All right, this is going to be Timing in Tarot Part 1. So people are asking about how do I use my tarot cards to tell time? Now, while most people will say, oh, you shouldn't use tarot cards to predict the future, these are reasonable and realistic questions that people have that will come up in readings, and even questions that you yourself are wondering, like, when am I going to get the promotion? When's my check getting here? When's this person going to ask me out? Like, we have questions, right? So for me, I'm all about kind of ballparking it. If you have the ability to be more specific and you feel confident with that, that's definitely something you can do. And I'll show you kind of how to work either way within those ranges for whatever you feel comfortable and for whatever your abilities are. So the first thing I would say, it's super easy, is to go by the suit of the card that you pick up when you ask the question, right? So the suits of the cards generally fall in a specific order. When you get the deck written in the book, like, they always usually fall in a specific order most of the time. And that order is wands, and then cups, and then swords and pentacles, right? So you can use that order to help you tell time. And the way you do that is assigning different values to each one of those suits. For example, the wands are first, right? So we can do days for the wands. The cups are next, we can do weeks. And then the swords are after that, so we do months. And then the pentacles are last, so we do years, right? So typically, hopefully the pentacles don't come up if it's something that you want quickly, but those are kind of a general indication of what you can use if you are trying to figure out how long is this going to take, right? Okay, so the next thing that people are going to want to know after that is, okay, well, how many days, how many weeks, how many months, how many years? So let's do an example here. We're going to use the Two of Cups. So say you're like, when's this person going to call me back for a second date, right? Like, because you get a lot of relationship stuff. So if this comes up, what would your answer be, right? Okay, so we have gone and laid out our basic plan and intention of time frames before we ask the cards the question, and then this card comes up. So cups would be in the weekly time frame, right? Okay, so weeks before this person calls back. So how many weeks though, right? The first and easiest thing you can do is go to the number of the card. This is a 2. Might be 2 weeks, right? That is a question that will come up here. Now, that's all I'm going to do for this. Now, if you want to check out some other ways what happens, like what happens if you get a card that's in the majors? What happens if you get a court card? I'm going to put another video up for that so you guys can check that out as well. But in the meantime, I hope that helps. And don't forget, really, the most important way that you will feel confidence with this is to get validation. So test yourself with things every day. Hey, when is this going to happen? And pull a card and see, right? Test things out with your friends. And the more confident that you get and the more you learn how your timeline unfolds, the easier it will be for you to fine tune and become more accurate with getting and giving timelines in your readings. When I first started, part of my issue was that I would do like big Celtic cross readings, and I would always kind of be like about 2 months off. That's kind of what it would be. Sometimes it took 2 months longer than what the card said. So what I was able to do was I was able to adjust my readings to that. So when I told people, I could be a little bit more accurate with the time frame, which kind of helped them prepare and work with what they were dealing with. So keep that in mind as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my other video, and have a beautiful day.